Trader Joe's has 631 stores in America. Walmart has 4,700 stores. Yet Trader Joe's generates more revenue per square foot than any other grocery chain in the country, more than Whole Foods, more than Costco, more than Walmart. $1,750 in sales per square foot, more than double what Whole Foods makes in the same space. That number makes no sense until you understand what Trader Joe's actually is. The store you think you know, the friendly neighborhood grocer with the Hawaiian shirts and the quirky snacks, is a carefully constructed illusion. Behind it sits one of the most ruthless and counterintuitive business machines in retail history, one that breaks almost every rule the grocery industry runs on and wins every time. This is how Trader Joe's actually works. Walk into any Trader Joe's and the first thing you notice is what isn't there. No self-checkout, no loyalty card, no app, no delivery, no coupons, no national brands, no pharmacy, no floral department, no dedicated parking lot staff. The average American supermarket carries between 30,000 and 50,000 individual products. Trader Joe's carries around 4,000. That's not a smaller store. That's a fundamentally different philosophy. Most grocery chains operate on a model built around choice. The logic goes like this: give customers every option and let them decide. Heinz ketchup, Hunt's ketchup, store brand ketchup, organic ketchup, no sugar ketchup, 3 different sizes of each. More options means more customers are satisfied. It's the model Walmart perfected, the model Kroger runs, the model every major grocery chain in America is built on. Trader Joe's looked at that model and concluded it was wrong. Consumer psychology research has a name for what happens when you give people too many choices. It's called the paradox of choice, the finding that beyond a certain point, more options do not make people happier. They make people anxious, slower to decide, and less satisfied with what they eventually pick. Trader Joe's built its entire store around the opposite principle: fewer options, faster decisions, higher satisfaction, and the numbers do not lie. Their customers do not just shop there. They become loyal in a way that almost no other grocery brand in America can claim. But here's the thing nobody talks about. Fewer products isn't just a psychology play, it's a financial weapon. When Trader Joe's carries 4,000 products instead of 40,000, every supplier they work with gets a much larger order. And when your order is large enough, you can negotiate terms that a store with 40,000 stock-keeping units never could. Lower prices from suppliers, better quality control, faster turnaround. And crucially, exclusivity. The manufacturers who make Trader Joe's products agree not to sell the same item to anyone else under the Trader Joe's label. That's why you can't find Trader Joe's cookie butter at Whole Foods. Not because they don't want it, because they can't have it. That exclusivity is the invisible moat, and it gets even deeper. About 80% of everything in a Trader Joe's store is a private label product, meaning it carries the Trader Joe's brand and not a national brand. This is the same model Aldi runs in Europe, and for good reason. When you sell your own brand, you cut out every middleman between the manufacturer and the customer. There is no distributor markup, there is no national brand advertising premium, there are no slotting fees. Slotting fees are the money grocery stores typically charge companies to put their products on the shelf. That money, which at a typical supermarket adds 15 to 20% to the cost of every product, simply does not exist at Trader Joe's. The savings go directly to the customer, and the customer predictably comes back. But the private label strategy carries a risk that most retailers never want to take. If your brand is the product and your product is bad, your brand is finished. There is no Heinz to blame, no national brand to fall back on. Trader Joe's solved this with a model that sounds simple and is deceptively hard to execute because they only keep what sells. Every product in a Trader Joe's goes through ruthless ongoing evaluation. Slow movers get cut. New items rotate in constantly. An estimated 10 to 15 new products every month. This is not just variety for variety's sake. It creates what the retail industry calls a treasure hunt dynamic. Regular customers come in not just to buy what they need, but to discover what is new. The shopping trip becomes an event. That event creates loyalty no advertising budget can buy. And Trader Joe's has no advertising budget. In an industry that spends billions on weekly circulars, television ads, coupon mailers, and loyalty point programs, Trader Joe's spends almost nothing on marketing. No national ad campaigns, no Super Bowl spots, no influencer partnerships. Their primary marketing vehicle is a paper newsletter called the Fearless Flyer, a deliberately old-fashioned publication that reads more like a food magazine than an ad circular. It works because it fits the brand, and the brand works because its customers sell it for them. This is where the story gets counterintuitive again. The grocery business is not generally considered a great place to work. Margins are razor thin. Turnover in retail runs at around 60% annually, meaning if 100 people start at the beginning of the year, 60 of them are gone by the end. High turnover means constant training costs, inconsistent service, and customers who notice the difference every time they walk in. Trader Joe's pays its entry-level crew members more than most grocery chains pay their managers. Store captains, what other chains call store managers, earn over $100,000 a year. Part-time employees get health insurance. Everyone gets a retirement contribution of 10% annually. The result is a staff turnover rate that industry analysts consistently describe as one of the lowest in retail. And here is the mechanism that makes it worth every dollar. A Trader Joe's store runs on a lean crew, with fewer employees than a comparable supermarket. But because those employees stay, they become experts. They know the products, they know the regulars, they become the brand in a way that a 20-year-old on their second week never can. Every dollar Trader Joe's spends on wages above the industry average is saved twice over in hiring and training costs. The same logic that built the product strategy built the people strategy. Fewer things done exceptionally well. Now here's the part that almost nobody knows. Trader Joe's is not an American company. It never was. In 1979, the German Albrecht family, the same family behind Aldi, bought Trader Joe's from its founder, Joe Coulomb, for an undisclosed sum. The family that built one of Europe's most aggressive discount retail empires bought a quirky California grocery chain and then did something that almost no acquirer in history has done. They left it completely alone. No rebranding, no integration into the Aldi supply chain, no corporate restructuring. The Albrecht family visits the company once a year. That's it. Trader Joe's runs itself, funds its own expansion entirely from cash, no debt, no outside investors, and has never needed to answer to anyone but the family in Germany who does not seem to want answers. That independence is not accidental. It's the reason the model works. The moment Trader Joe's answers to shareholders the quarterly pressure to grow faster, cut costs, reduce quality, and expand the SKU count begins. And the moment the SKU count goes from 4,000 to 10,000, the leverage over suppliers disappears, the private label exclusivity weakens, the treasure hunt ends, and Trader Joe's becomes just another supermarket. The Albrechts understood this, so they left it alone. The result is a $16.5 billion business that generates more revenue per square foot than any grocery chain in America, carries no debt, spends almost nothing on marketing, has some of the most loyal customers in retail, and has somehow managed to look like a friendly neighborhood store for 60 years while operating as one of the most disciplined business machines in the industry. The Hawaiian shirts aren't an accident. The hand-drawn signs aren't an accident. The bell system they use instead of an intercom isn't an accident. 1 ring means the checkout line is getting long. 2 rings means a customer needs help. Everything in a Trader Joe's, every choice, every absence of a choice is a decision. Most grocery stores give you 50,000 products and hope you find what you want. Trader Joe's gives you 4,000 products, makes sure every one of them is worth buying, and bets that you'll never want to shop anywhere else. They were right.